the only child.
她可能是家里的独
Her
女，
mother and father give her everything she ever needs.
她的父母亲给她一切她所要的。
If ever anything hurts her, they protect her and they surround her and stop anything bad happening to her.
当有任何的危机或者是危险的东西要临到，她的父母亲都会第一时间介入，然后来保护。
Every problem that ever comes up in her life, they protect her and they stop her from having to suffer that.
每一个可能的问题，父母亲都介入来保护她。
And finally, she's 25 years of age
然后后来25岁了，
and she's never had a problem yet.
她从来都没有经历过问题。
And then she leaves home, maybe gets married, whatever,
然后她可能离开家里面，可能结婚了，
and it's like her whole life has been in cotton wool.
就可以想象她整个人生其实都活在这样的一个泡沫里。
She's never had a bruise or a bump from the world.
她从来都没有经历过任何的不如意或者
And she
是
becomes a
挫折
Christian.。
她成为基督徒了，
And she begins to read the Bible.
她开始读圣经。
And as she reads the Bible,
当她读圣经的时候，
she comes across the words,
当她读到
the love of God.
神的爱，
So she gets a very sentimental understanding. God will look after me like my father and mother did.
她就会有非常那种情绪的那种感觉，神会爱我、照顾我，像我爸妈照顾我一样。
He will never let anything bad happen to me.
他不会允许任何不好的事发生在我身上。
And so she will interpret those scriptures of the love of God
所以他会对神的爱的那些经文的解读是什么？
in an over-exaggerated form of protection.
他因着他原生家庭的背景，他会把这个经文的解读是扩大在那一种保护上面。
Maybe one day she gets a toothache
可能有一天他牙齿痛了，
and almost loses her faith in God.
那个牙齿痛让他差一点失去对神的信心。
Because how could God ever let this happen to me?
因为神怎么可以允许这样的事情临到我？
If he loves me, he wouldn't let this happen to
如
me.
果他爱我，他就不会让这个事情发生在我身上。
And when she reads a scripture about God disciplines those whom he loves,
当他读到圣经上面讲说，神会管教他所爱的儿女，
or anything about eternal hell
或者是说任何讲到永恒的灭亡、
and suffering,
苦难，
she cannot believe that God could be like that.
他没有办法想象神会是这样的一位神。
And so she develops a theology that makes God to be this overprotective,
所以他
indulging father.
用他的原生家庭的这样的一个背景，他心里面的光景来塑造出一个对神形象的一个神学
You see,
观念，是一个过度保护的神。
We have 1,000 definitions of what it means to be a Christian.
因此我说，我们每一个人对做好基督徒的定义其实都不一样。
And it's all determined by the state of different people's hearts.
那个定义都是因着我们心里面的光景来决定的。
You see, we get a person in life who's very confident.
你碰到一个他非常有自信的人，
They've just got a lot of courage.
他们里面充满了很多的勇气，
They love having a try at something new.
他们喜欢尝试新的东西，他们非常勇敢。
And then we get another person who never tries anything new.
那你碰到另外一个人是永远不敢做新的尝试
A，person who just lives a very, very safe life every day, every month.
他每一天都活在那个最舒适、最安全的环境里面，从来不尝试新的东西。
We get people who are adventurous,
我们有些人是喜欢冒险的，
and we get people who are mice or live like a mouse.
或者有些人就是像老鼠一样的，非常的胆怯。
What's the difference?
差别是什么？
The difference is the state of our hearts.
差别是我们心里面的光景。
And so often what we do in ministry
很多的时候，在我们的服事中啊，
is we try to teach people new concepts to change their habits.
我们尝试教人新的想法来改变他们的习惯。
Like, you're too much like this, you need to stop being like that.
哎呀，你怎么太过度这个了？你要少一点这样子，才
So
会好一点。
read this scripture every day.
好，每一天来宣告这段经文，
So you'll change the way you think.
你就可以改变你的想法。
And you might read that every day for 50 years.
你知道，你可以50年每一天都读这段经文。
And when everything goes well,
当事情很好的时
you
候，
can act differently.
你可以是有一个不一样的行为。
And a lot of our Christian life we've spent trying to fashion the way we think.
很多的时候，我们基督徒都尝试要做的，就是要改变我们的想法，
change the way we act,
改变我们的行为，
learn the way we are supposed to be,
然后学会我们应该有的行为模式，
and by knowledge of how we should live our life
然后借着我们应该怎么样活出一个基督徒的生活的知识，
and determination to change our actions,
然后借着我们意志上面的决定，要来改变我们的行为，
we try to become the people God wants us to be.
然后我们努力尝试成为神要我们所成为的
And
百
right
姓。
across the Christian world today,
而我们现在放眼看整个教会中，
the general focus that you have to change
我们大部分的焦点都在于你需要改变，
is aimed at your mind and your emotions and your will.
而那个改变的焦点是在你的思想、你的意志跟你的情
Learn
感。
these new things.
你来学习这些新的东西，
Put them into action with your will.
然后呢，借着你的意志，把你学会的东西来付诸，
Don't let yourself feel this.
不要有这样的感觉，也不要允许自己有这样的感觉，
Make yourself feel these things.
让你自己感觉好一点，就像感觉这个东西一样，
Change the way you act and the way you experience life
改变你的行为，改变你的经历，
by determination,
借着你的努力跟你的意
by
志，
discipline,
借着你的自律，借着
which
你的纪律。
means putting your will into action to make yourself do things differently.
自律就是什么？就是用你的意志来决定你想要过的生活。
And the focus for us in our Christian lives
而我们基督徒的人生焦点就变成什么？
has been learn how you're supposed to act and make yourself act that way.
就是学会你应该有的行为，然后呢，就是用意志来决定活出这样的行为。
So it's your mind and your will predominantly.
所以最主要的还是什么？我们的心思，我们的意志。
And the more disciplined you are, the better act you've got.
你越自律的人，你的行为就越好。
And the assumption is
而我们的假设是什么？
the better you act, the better Christian you are.
你表现越好，你就是越好的基督徒。
If you can get your act together, you can be a real good Christian.
如果你可以表现都没有这些不好的东西，
But
你
you
就是一
know,
个好基督徒。
no matter how hard you work at it,
但是我告诉你，不管你再努力去做这个事情，
even when you get your act together,
就算你这些不好的习惯都改喽，
it's still just an act.
那只是你的一个
And
假
I
装而已。
And I can tell you what will happen one day.
我告诉你，那样的生活最后会发生什么
I
事？我
know
告诉
this
你
by experience.
我这样讲是因为我自己经历过。
One day something will happen in your life,
有一天在你生命当中会发生一些的事，
something that you couldn't stop or you might have even caused it.
是你没有办法拦阻发生的事，甚至可能是你造
But
成的事。
something will happen in your life
但是会有东西发生在你生命里面，
and it will blow you apart.
而那个会使你这样的一个努力完
And
全
in
的
that
崩溃。
instant,
而在当下，
you will go back to the person you were before you were even a Christian.
你会回到成为你还没有，甚至还没有成为基督徒之前的那一个人。
Feelings of anger and hatred and bitterness will rise up in you.
在你里面的那个苦毒、憎恨，那一种不饶恕，是那种负面情
Words
绪会
will
出
come to
现。
your mind, if not to your mouth.
然后那些你一些的意念会进到你的心思，就会进到你的脑袋的里面，可能还没有进到你的口中。
That you know a Christian shouldn't say,
是你知道基督徒不应该说的，但是你很
but
想
they'll
说
come，out of your mouth,
但是甚至可能从你口中已经
or
说
they'll
出来，
rise up in you.
或者在你里面会兴起。
And you'll discover
你会发现，
that after 20, 30, or 40 years of trying to be what a good Christian should be,
就是努力20年、30年，甚至40年，做一个好基督徒的一个努力。
deep down inside, nothing's changed.
可是，在你里面却什么都没有真正的改变过，
Your heart never changed.
因为你的心从头到尾都没改变过。
You see, we've been focusing in Christian ministry
因为过去我们基督徒的事工，我们专注是什么？
on trying to get people to change their behavior.
要帮助人改变他们的行为，
Stop acting like that, act like this.
不要再继续做这样的事，现在来做这样的事吧。
It's interesting we use the word act.
我们英文是用做这样的，也是 act， 就感觉好像是演出来一样。
You see, until I discovered the Father's love for me,
直到我发现到天父的爱之前，
I tried to live like that.
我过去都是一直努力要过这样的生活。
I tried to do everything a Christian's supposed to do.
我尝试要做每一件事是基督徒应该做的模式。
But as I began to experience His love pouring into my heart,
可是当我开始经历到他的爱浇灌在我的心里，
I wasn't really changed at all.
我才发现我其实从头到尾都没有改变过。
But as His love poured into my heart,
可是当他的爱真的浇灌在我的心里，
I discovered an amazing thing happened to me.
我就发现一个非常奇妙的事发生在我的生命里。
I became a different person,
我成为一个完全不一样的人。
like accidentally.
是什么？是意外变成的人。
I didn't mean to be different.
我也没有很努力，我也没有尝试要改变，我就是变了。
Because you see, God's work is never to change our actions.
你知道，因为神的工作永远不需要改变我们的行
That's a
为，
byproduct of something else.
那个行为的改变其实是另外东西的改变所带出来的副作用。
His purpose is to change us in our hearts.
他的工作是要来改变我们的心。
And I've discovered that when your heart's changed,
我发现，当你的心改变之后，
you begin to act differently without even knowing it.
你的行为开始改变，甚至在你没有意识当中就改变了。
You begin to be different from the inside.
你的改变是从里面开始的改变。
When your heart's different,
当你的心改变的时候，
because your whole life springs out of who you are in your heart.
因为你的一生的果效是从你心里面的那一个你所带出来的。
Everything you think, everything you feel,
所有你的想法、你的感受、你的意念，
everything you want,
所有你的渴望，
every desire you'd ever have,
你里面所有任何的渴望，
the person that you are,
就是你现在的这一个人，
is merely an expression of your heart, but it's in your body, in your face.
都是从心里面的那一个你所彰显出来的。
And if your heart doesn't change,
如果你的心不改变，
the only thing that can change you is self-determination, decisions, and willpower.
唯一能够改变你的就是自律，就是你的自我意志上面所做出来的选择跟你的努力。
But when your heart is changed,
可是当你的心改变，
you'll discover the changes in you by mistake.
那你会发现在你生活当中的改变是很意外的，怎么突然我就不
It's
喜
like,
欢做
oh
这
my
件事情？
goodness,
哦，怎么了？
I don't think like that anymore.
哎，我的想法怎么跟以前很
I
不
don't
一样？
feel like that
我
anymore.
的感觉怎么跟以前很不
I
一样
don't？want to do that anymore.
我怎么现在不想要做过去我想做的
And
事
it'll？be more of a surprise to you than to others.
对你来说会是一个很大的意外。
And you begin to discover the new person that you have become, not try to become the new person you think you should be.
你就会发现你已经成为的那个新人，而不是努力要尝试做那个新人。
You see, one of the major things that's happening in this revelation of the Father
你知道，在这个天赋的启示当中，一个非常奇妙发生的事情是什
is
么？
that we're getting in touch with our hearts.
就是我们开始真实遇见我们的心。
You see, knowledge is the language of the mind.
你知道，知识是意志的，知识是我们心思的语言，
But love is the language of the heart.
但是爱却是我们心的语言。
And when love goes into your heart comes alive in a way it hasn't before.
当爱真实进到你心里面，你的心会苏醒，会活过来，像是前所未有一样。
We've got time. I'm going to continue this after dinner tonight.
我们待会会继续再来谈下去。
What I just want to say at this moment before we break for dinner,
当我们要吃晚餐之前，我想跟大家讲的是什么？
if your heart gets touched this week, you'll be different.
如果你的心在这一个礼拜被触摸，你会改变。
But if you get a book filled with notes about what you've learned,
但是如果你有一本笔记写满了这一个礼拜你所学到的东西，
you'll probably experience no change at all.
你可能没有经历的，你可能不会进到任何的
But
改
if
变。
God changes you, you will be different.
但是如果神改变你的心，你一定会改变。
But that change is a change of heart.
那个改变一定是从心开始的，
It's development and maturity of your heart.
是你的心开始成长，开始长大成熟。
Let me finish with a statement. When I was in Bible school,
我用这句话来结束这堂。当我在圣经学院的时候，
we had to learn 3 memory verses every week.
我们每一个礼拜要背诵3节经文。
After 6 months, we were tested on all of the verses for the 6 months.
然后6个月之后呢，我们要 来考这6个月每一个礼拜所背诵的经
At
文。
the end of the year, we were tested on all of the verses for the whole year.
然后呢，1年结束了，我们会考每一个礼拜3个经文乘以1年。
So you had to memorize them long enough to last a year.
所以你要背诵多久？要背诵的至少可以持续1年，因为都要考。
At the end of 18 months, we got tested on all of the verses for the 18 months.
然后18个月的时候呢，我们要考的是18个月内背的经文。
And by this time, it's getting up to 300 or 400 verses.
现在已经300-400节经文喽。
And at the end of 2 years, we were tested on all of the verses for the whole 2 years.
而在2年的时候呢，我们所考试的是这2年每一个礼拜3节经文。
And I've got a good memory.
我的记忆很好，
And I did well at the end test.
所以呢，每一个考试我都考得很好。
Today,
今天
can't remember a single one of those verses.
我都记不得他们那些的经文了。
But there have been verses that I've been reading and touched my heart all through the years of being a Christian.
但是有一些的经文是在我读的时候很深的触动我的心的经文。
A verse that I read when I was a Christian for 2-3 weeks.
当我还做基督徒2-3个礼拜的时候，我读到一
Touched
节
my
经文，
heart.
那节经文很深的触摸我的心，
Never forgotten it.
从来都不会忘记。
Never tried to memorize it.
我也没有尝试要背它，
Can't forget it if I wanted to.
我要忘记都忘不了它。
There's hundreds and hundreds of those verses.
在我心里面有几百
Things
个
that
这样
God
的
has
经
spoken
文，
to my heart over many years.
是神在很多年下来对我的心所说过的经文。
I never
所说过
tried
的
to
话
memorize them.
我从来都没有尝试努力背过它们
But
哦。
any time I've ever needed them, they've come out of my mouth without even thinking about it.
但是任何时刻我需要那个经文的时候，在我没有想的当下，就已经从我的口中宣告出来。
Because Jesus said,
因为耶稣说，
out of the heart the mouth speaks.
是由我们所说的是从心里面所发出来。
Many people try to speak out of their minds.
有些人所说的是从他的思想里面说出来的。
If you want to be a doctor, you've got to have a good mind.
你如果要做医生，你的心思、你的大脑要很
If you
好
want。to be an architect,
你如果要做一个建筑师，
if you want to be a surgeon,
如果你要做一个可以手术外科医生，
if you want to be in any of those kind of high intellectual
如果你要做任何
careers,
这一些需要高等教育、需要非常多知识的工作，
you need to have a good mind and you need to use it,
你需要有一个好的智慧，你也常常需要用这个头脑。
especially if you're going to be my doctor.
特别是如果你要做我的医生，要为我开刀。
But Christianity is about the heart, not the head.
但是基督教却不是关乎我们的头
Now,
脑，
I've got a
是关
brain
乎我们的心。
myself.
我自己也有很好的头
I
脑，
actually have quite a good one up here.
其实是不错的一个头脑。
But I realize nothing I do with this can mature me as a Christian even 1 centimeter.
但是我知道，不管我怎么样使用这里，都不会让我基督徒的生命长大成熟，连1公分都不会。
But I've discovered
但是我发现一件事：
when God changes my heart,
当神改变我的心，
I become more what a Christian should be without even trying.
我更多的成为一个基督徒应该有的样式，却不是透过努力或者是我的挣扎成
So I want
为
to
的。
encourage you this week.
所以我要鼓励你这个礼拜，
Try to refrain from feeding your mind on what we're talking about.
你尝试不要让我们在这边所分享的东西只是满足你的这里而已，
Open your heart.
打开你的心。
There's a man said to us many years ago, to Denise and I,
有一次，有一个弟兄很多年前，有一位弟兄跟Denise跟我这样说
he，said to us, don't ever listen to good preachers.
他说：“你永远不要听好的讲员讲道，
He was a preacher himself.
因为他自己是一个讲员，
And
也
he
是
said,
一个牧
don't
者。
listen to good preachers.
他说：你不要听那些好的讲员
Don't
讲
do
道，
it.
不要听。
It's good advice, right?
这是一个很好的一个建议。
You should never listen to good preachers. Do you agree with me?
你会觉得这是一个很好的建议吗？
He said, don't listen to good
他说：你
preachers.
不要听那些很会讲道的人，
Drink them.
你要不是用听的，是要用喝的，
Drink them.
喝进去。
Because out of our innermost being flows a river of living water.
因为从我们的腹中要流出活水的江河，
And that flows out of a heart and it will go into your heart.
是从我们的心中涌流出来，要涌流到你的心里面。
But if someone's pouring their heart out,
可是当 当有人把他的心向你敞开来倒出来的时候，
and you try to analyze it and think about it with your head,
然后你用你的大脑开始来分析、来论断，
you'll miss the point completely,
你就会完全错过这个重点，
and no good will come of it.
而这个过程最后的结果也不
I
会
know
有
a
任何
lot
的
of
益
you are
处。
preachers here.
我知道我们当中有很多都是牧师，
Please don't approach this week
你不要看待这一个礼拜